Hello and welcome, knife enthusiasts from around the world. I just got back from the mountains a little while ago. I'm pretty burnt out. There's a few videos, though, I want to release, and I'm going to start with this one. I've been wanting to do it for a while. It's the Queen Brown Sawcut Bone series. Now, I think there's 9 in the series. You'll have to check out Slipjoint Sawyer's video. He has them all. I do not have the peanut, and I think they may have a sow belly and a few other ones. This is what I have. Adrian James released a video on the Wharncliffe and how wonderful it is, and it is an absolute peach of a knife. This is the first one I got, and it sold me on this series for sure. Definitely check out Adrian James's video. He does more of an in-depth. The pull on this is incredible. It's like a 7.5, 8. Probably the strongest pull of all these knives here. Back spring's perfect. Beautiful saw cut bone. See if I can get it in here. Now all these have like slightly different tints to the bone because they, all bone takes dye different. But this is, like I said, the first one I got. Perfectly centered, fit and finish is great, and probably the best walk and talk of all of them. And I'm not certain that it's 440C, but it sure cuts like it. It does have a nice little place spot for a lanyard here if you want to put one on. I might put a small one and a bead on this one. The rest I don't think have one. So the Wharncliffe, I could do a measurement here. I think it's 3 5/8 closed. And the blade would be 1, 2, 3 7/8 open. It's a peach. I use it to cut apart my motorcycle gloves because they were finally cooked. I needed some slips, and works pretty good. And like I said, I dissected the whole set of gloves, and this thing was just razor sharp. So the next one I got, the Barlow. Now they have 2 Barlows, Smoky Mountains. One the main blades on this side, the other the main blades on the other side. It'd be reversed. I personally prefer the main blade on the Barlows here. Easy to grab, easy to pull out. It's the main blade. But I'll get more in depth on that on my next One More Beer, One More Barlow episode coming soon. I am going to be dealing with budget Barlows, and Queen are kind of part of it, and I will compare the 2 or 3 Queens that I have, show you the differences. This one, the back springs are great. There is a minor gapping right there. The pull, it's not as strong as the Wharncliffe. On the main blade, pen blade is nice and strong. Really good snap on this. You can see the bone is darker here than the other ones. About the same, but it seems a little bit darker. Now my other Barlow, it's a lot lighter. Main blade is perfectly centered on this, and the pen blade is off to the pile side. I don't know if I can get this in here. See the green in between that bone. It's kind of like that Rough Rider Sawcut bone series I have where there's green in the grooves. I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. It makes it pop. Some of these, the shields will come crooked. I think the measurement on this, the handle length is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 and an eighth. They're pretty small. It's a Barlow. So obviously I'm very impressed with these. They don't say 440C on them, but they cut like them. I'm finding that they're hollow ground. Yeah, they have a hollow ground to them. I'm not a huge Stockman fan, but I have been collecting a few. I have some Ropers, I have a case, and of course I had to get this one. And of course, great pull. Nice half stop. Great snap. Got the main blade there. Got the sheep's foot here. I don't think these are actually rubbing. I'll have to check. Decent snap. And then the spade blade, which has a downward angle to it, which I don't mind. It's kind of neat. It gives it a little uniqueness. Yeah, I'm not seeing any blade rub on this, which is pretty impressive, because my $80 case knife is crammed in here like this, and there's blade rub. So Queen is obviously doing something right. I mean, the prices on these are all, I don't know, $13 to $20, depending on which ones you get. This has the rounded bolsters, and not square bolsters like my ropers. It's double threaded. 2 lines here. And all these are the brushed satin finished blades and bolsters. Yeah, actually looking at them all, they have 2 threads to each one. This is a peach though. If you like Stockmans, this is incredible. Again, back springs are pretty good. Hairline gaps here. I haven't held it up to the light to see if there is any light showing through it. But the bone is just exquisite on all these. This is one I've been holding off on getting. You may have seen it in one of my videos. I'm not a big fan of the double nail nicks. I think it looks horrible. I don't know why Rough Rider did it. They should be phasing it out. This is kind of like a long pull, but you can't really grab it, so it is a match strike nail nick. Maybe they put it back here because they have swedging here at the tip, and then they put the nail nick right underneath it, so doesn't give you a good purchase. There's not a lot to grab with your nail right there, but you can do it. This one, you can use it, but it's really hard to pull because it's so far back on the blade. And same with this. Almost impossible to pull out because it's so far back. The Queen should have just did away with this back nail nick and kept one up front, in my opinion. But apparently, they keep selling them because I despise it, and I had to buy this one because the Queen Walk and Talk is just exquisite. Hollow ground, half stops. Blades on this, main blade almost centered, off to the show side, and then this one is off to the pile side of it. So not perfectly centered. And like I said, just a hair, maybe a hairline gap. Nothing, $15. This is probably one of the better Stockmans, trappers that I have. So there you have it. I know not all of you really like the double nail nicks. I think they're absolutely hideous. So, of course, I don't have a Canoe in my collection, so I wanted to get a Canoe. This is a really nice one. You can see how it has the Canoe shape, so you're not, rubbing part of the tang. It covers the tip of the blade very well. This one looks gorgeous. I barely see any. I don't think I see any gaps here. Yeah, the Wharncliffe is the only one that has a spot for a lanyard. This one I was a little disappointed with. I mean, you get a little blade rub, which is no big deal. But the Walk and Talk on here just isn't as good. I'm not getting quite the snap. The pull's a lot easier. It's just not snapping into position as good. But some people, maybe I just got a bad one. Some reviewers have theirs and they absolutely love them. It's another great addition to the series. I think, it was $12 or something. I had to get it. You can see how this shield is, if I can get the shield in here. It's not perfectly straight, but that doesn't bother me. None of these shields have fallen out. I've heard of people have their shields fall out. But like I said, so each one's going to be different. Each pattern is going to be a little different. If you want a more in-depth, like I said, Slipjoint Sawyer, he has them all. He has the full collection. I just wanted to get a few. And these are all pretty decent. Again, after going through these, my favorite's got to be the Wharncliffe, the Stockman. The Barlow is really nice, especially with the main blade on this side. It's hit or miss on which one you'll get, though. I ordered them both from, I don't want to get into it, from Smoky Mountain Knife, and I got one, and then I got another one. I will get in more detail on my next One More Beer, One More Barlow, episode 4, coming soon. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a good night.